Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, and Kakadash. Yahweh is who you can call God as Jehovah. Yahweh means he is, he exists. And Yahushai is who you can call Jesus Christ. Yahushai means he saves, he delivers. And double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. And salutation to all the argument that's pushing the truth. All kind of raw. Waking the leg, comes third. Call me Astrology's brother, coming up. From the GMS Miami Camp with another lesson. Going into giving it all you have. All right, giving it all you have. And what I'm speaking of is giving the Lord all you can give. All right, so you can't look when that day comes, you're like, damn, I didn't give it all. So there's no doubt. And I'm speaking first and foremost for myself, because as our forefather Jacob, he fought for his blessing. And that's just how the elect have it for the elect. Now they're predestinated, but it's still, the elect is still going to fight. The elect is still going to endure to the end. The elect is still going to show, their faith by overcoming, all right, the set perils and tribulations, all right, that is set in front of them through the power of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. They're not overcoming through their strength. All right, but by this faith that they have in Yahweh Shem Al-Shai and the fear and reverence. So that's the mindset we have to have, man. All right, that's the mindset of elect, is enduring. We're doing this to be, rewarded for salvation. Why? Because we need salvation. We don't have no power or might. We need the Lord to deliver us and protect us, have a hedge over us in Jacob's trouble. All right, when all hell is breaking loose. Chaos, there's death and destruction and judgment going on. We need the Lord to deliver us. And then, from the nuke, especially here, you live in Babylon and Great America, we know 200 million nuclear warheads going to hit Babylon. So we need salvation. So we know what's required, or what the elect is going to be doing to receive salvation. So we have to put as the elect. Put on as the elect. As the scriptures say, put on as the elect. Somebody got to do it, man. So I have the mindset to doing it, giving it all. And I'm speaking first and foremost for myself. So I want to start at Romans, the 15th chapter, because it goes into looking at our forefathers before and how they had faith and comfort and expectation. And that's the things that we have to have, all right, is believe. The Lord is not going to save anybody that don't think or believe that he can save them out of any situation. All right, so Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things are written aforetime were written for our learning. So things that we see, that we read in the scriptures, is written for our learning. And it's going to tell you that we, through patience, suffering, and comfort, all right, patience, expectation, all right, of scriptures might have hope, so we can have hope. Have hope. Expectations. All right, but hey, the Lord delivered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The Lord delivered Daniel. The Lord delivered Jacob. The Lord delivered David. The Lord delivered Paul. All right, and so on and so on, so on and so forth. So that's the mindset. All right, they were bold and courageous in Yahweh Shem Al-Shai, even in the midst of death was presented. That's the mindset we should have, and we have to endure to the end. That's our forefather, as Paul. I have endured to the end. Enduring this fight, and even when the circumstances is hard. All right, it looks like your back is against the wall, but believing and trusting in the words of the Heavenly Father, you are comforted. You believe, you have hope, you have expectation. And that's the same mindset. So when we read this, like our forefather Jacob, whose name was turned to Israel, because he was wrestling an angel, and he believed. All right, he believed, like, hey, if I fight for this, I'm gonna get blessed. And that's the same mindset of us. If I fight for this, if I adhere to the end, I'm gonna be saved. So we have to have an assurance, or have a confidence and surety of this thing. Because if you doubt, you're fucked. All right, there's no other way of saying it. So I'm gonna read Genesis 32 and 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him, an angel. All right, instead of breaking the day, so fighting, for hours. All right, and then look, and when the angel when he saw that he was not against him, was fighting, man, fighting for his crown, fighting for his blessing. He touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint. All right, as he wrestled with them, so he still put an element on him, hurt. Somebody, hey, your thigh's out of joint. That pain, but he rather go through that pain to get that gain. Go through the pain to get that gain, and that gain is what? Immortality, salvation. Salvation. So it's like it. He's 26 again, and he said, "Let me go." I read again, for the day breaketh. He said, "I will not let you go except thou bless me." So he had faith, man. All right, he believed, and he said unto him, "What is thy name?" And he said, "Jacob." Yaakov supplanter, he supplant. He said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, Yasharallah, Yahi Shar, Prince, Allah, power." He's the Prince of Power. All right, for he's a prince. For as a prince, Salakia, has thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed. All right. 29. Jacob asked him and said, "Tell me, I pray, this thy name." And he said, "Wherefore is it that thou do ask after my name?" All right. And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of this place Panah, for I have seen God face to face, Salakia. All right. And my life is preserved. All right. So he believed, man. All right. He believed. All right. He believed. All right. That the Lord will give him a reward. The Lord will bless him for having faith. Salakia. So let's go into it. Paul said that beat of the air. I want to spell it right. No, old English. Beateth. Oh. Let's see what comes up. Oh, Paul said it. Should be in the correct. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 9. So we're fighting. Your fighting is a fight. Ain't you gonna get knocked down, just get back up. But get back up. The promises. That's what you get, the promises. Fearing the Most High should get you back up. I don't want to die. All right. 1 Corinthians 9. No, I'm not supposed to turn. No, I'll turn here. 1 Corinthians 9 and 23. And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partakers thereof with you. Know ye not that they which run a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. So we have to run. All right, we have to keep fighting, keep pushing. All right, enduring. All right, even when your leg cramp up, keep going. Keep going. All right, saying no pain, no gain. All right. You have to finish this race to obtain, all right, that crown. All right, 24. Let me make this turn. All right, 25, Salakia. And every man that strive for the mastery is temperate in all things. So we got to become temperate in all things. Now, they do it to attain a corruptible crown. All right, these athletes. All right. But we incorruptible crowns for those glorious heavenly bodies. Salvation, immortality. Therefore, so run not as uncertainly, so not uncertain, but have be sure, confident. So fight I, not as one that beateth the air. So you're not just being in the air like with no substance or trying to gain. All right. The Lord is rewarded of them that diligently seek Him, as the scriptures say. And you have to believe that He is. All right, that He is. That's the thing. He is. All right. I had more pieces of this knowledge notes in my mind. All right, so we have to fight. All right. We want to get tough. All right. And you feel more of, like, yes, I did it through the Spirit. When you earn something. All right, you did it. You got out the mud. 2 Timothy 4:7. All right, pause. I have fought the good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Hereafter there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, are not only to me only, but unto them also that love His appearance. So there's a crown. All right, but you have to fight. You got to keep pushing, even when it get hard. Even if your flesh wants to give up, fuck the flesh. That's what you got to remind. Fuck the flesh. Fuck is not about me. It's about doing the will of my Father. That's the mindset. All right, the mindset is to do the will of my Father. To finish my course, I have a duty. All right, the brother Wyski in my camp, always says that a soldier, you have a task to finish. All right, and you don't. That task is not finished until it's complete. So you got to complete that task. So it's not done until the fat lady sing, as people, we say over here. Until the fat lady sing. So keep fighting, keep pushing. He that endures to the end shall be saved. So we have to fight. We have to keep pushing. Hebrews 6:11, and we desire that everyone of you do show the same diligence, full assurance of hope unto the end, that you be not slothful, but followers of them through faith and patience inherit the promises. For when God made promise to Abraham, because He could swear by no God greater, He swore by Himself, saying, surely, blessing I will bless thee, and multiply and I will multiply. And so after He had patiently endured and obtained the promises. That's the mindset. So in knowing this, we have to fight, have faith. All right, that you want to be blessed, that you want to be on top, that you want the kingdom of heaven. And for men verily swear by the greater, and by 15, I think. And so after He had patient endured, and He obtained the promise. So we have to obtain the promise. We have to continue to endure, fight even through the pain. We coming to the last leg, so we know how races is. We know how a game could be. We could go overtime, but you have to be willing to put your body on the line. Put your body on the line. How about Shema Shai? All right, so continue to keep fighting, continue to keep pushing, continue to keep enduring and doing the will of the Heavenly Father, man. There was another prison I was thinking of. Second Ezra 2. Let's go to Second Ezra 2. You want to make it to the end of the finish line, brothers. Second Ezra 2. And I'll start at 42. This what we want to be. This what we want to see. This the other side of that finish line. All right. 2 Ezra 2 and 43. 42. And Ezra saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, Israelites. All right. These were Israelites whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. In the midst of them there was a young man, high stature, Yahushua, who even called Jesus Christ, taller than all of the rest. Upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on immortal, and have confessed the name of God. Now are they crowned and receive palms. This is the elect, and they're putting off that mortal, these bodies, are to get the immortal bodies, the incorruptible crown. All right, and palms mean what? Victory. It was victorious in the name, and from the name of Yahweh Shem Shah, from Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, and they said unto the angel, what is this young person that crowns them? And he gave them palms in their hands. He answered and said to me, It is the Son of God whom they have confessed in the world. And then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. So standing stiff mean that you endured, that you fought, that you kept pushing, that you had the word is losing my mind. Persevered. All right. No matter what was the conditions of the battle you endured, you knew that the mindset was to have to finish. All right. So we have to keep fighting, just as our forefathers did, just as Jacob did, for your blessing. You know what? I was gonna end it there, but let's go to 2 Ezra 7. But it's a point that I want to go, that I want to get. 2 Ezra 7, and I'm gonna go straight to the 9. And if you read up, to understand that the walk is a narrow path. 2 Ezra 7 and 9. If this city now were given unto a man, the Israelites, for an inheritance, the elect, if he never shall pass danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord, that he said unto me, even so also is Israel portion, because for their sake I made the world. When Adam transgressed my statute, then was decreed that now is done. All right, then the entrance of the world is made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. All right, the entrance to this world, this world, they are but few, and evil and full of perils and very painful. For the entrance of the elder world are wide and sure and brought immortal fruit. Salakia 17, already wrong. 12. And there were the entrance of this world made narrow, full of sorrow, travail, that there be few and evil and full of perils and vain and very painful. For the entrance of the elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit, are death. If then they that live labor not to enter those straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. So if you don't go through it, you can't get to it. So you have to go through the pains and the suffering, to get the kingdom of heaven. All right, just as our forefather fought for his